Hello friends, and welcome back to the Windwalker Farms bee yard, my backyard beekeeping hobby. Today is May 5th. It's very warm. Cinco de Mayo, or Revenge the 5th if you're a Star Wars fan. Today we're going to get into Hive 4 for the first time since we got these bees. It's been a month. I didn't inspect last weekend because there was an air show and a lot of noise happening right over my house. I do live next to an airport, so sometimes you'll hear a plane, the noise of an airplane going over my head. It is literally going right over my head. Along with just seeing how the girls are doing, I am going to try out my new recipe for murder sauce, also known as beetle butter. And if you want to see how I made this and the recipe for it, go back one video after you finish watching this one. That sauce will go into the beetle barn trap right in the middle. It's got a little bit of pollen patty in it, so I don't want to put it right on the boards. I'm also going to put in my properly done oil trap in one of the top frames. Kind of see which one gets the most beetles. So I'm gonna suit up, fire up the smoker, and we'll get in here and check these girls out. If you remember 2 videos ago, the bees were very upset at the GoPro. So today I tried to tape it up a little bit, make it look less like an animal. And hopefully they won't be that interested in it. All right, here we go. Now, because it's so hot, I'm going to try not to dilly-dally. Make sure they know I'm coming. I don't know if last time when they were so spicy is because they were already agitated, or if the camera just set them off. But hopefully this time. Actually, it wasn't these hive that was extra peeved at the camera. It was that one right there, Hive 3. So, hopefully, we don't have a repeat of that last one, because I really don't want to upset the bees. I mean, I do like them. Okay, let's take a quick first look. We have 5 frames that were part of the original nuke. 3 new frames on this side, 2 new frames on that side. And what I'm hoping to see is that they've expanded out onto these new frames. Okay, so drawing comb. And I see nectar stored. So that's good. That was the very last frame. Great job drawing comb. You see a lot of storage in there. Also, great job drawing comb. Frame is pretty heavy. This was a brand new frame when they came here. And what I'm seeing right here, get in the light, is brood. Brand new cap brood. You can tell by how light colored it is. You're in there are also the C-shaped larvae. You see C-shaped larvae. And then if the pattern holds in these very end ones, you should see eggs that aren't hatched yet. So very tiny, tiny larvae. And I forgot to put my glasses on. But I'm going to assume there's eggs in there. And since this is a frame that's got brand new brood on it, there's a good chance our queen's on this frame. See, now you can tell by that color that that brood's a little older, but also there's a lot of capped nectar up here too. So on top, where it's yellowish, that is capped brood, and where it's just looks like it's covered with a real thin sheet of wax, that is capped over honey. Very nice bees. Push this. Really old frame. It is mostly honey on that side. And you have some brood on that side. And we have older brood. Of course, it's an old frame too. So you see this brood has very dark capping. But there is larva on this frame too. We've got a very healthy queen that's laying very well. Haven't seen her yet, but also I haven't looked that hard. I'm just excited to see the brood and the stores. They got pollen, very dark cappings, and there's pollen in there. Come on, girls, get out of the way. Squishy. Worker brood, larva. A little bit of nectar, a little bit of pollen. That's pretty typical. This frame is completely brood. I push the frames apart so I don't pull them out when they're too close to another frame. I don't want to squish bees against the other frame. Again, another frame full of brood. On the bottom, they see where they built it out. They built some drone cells there. So they're participating in the life of all bees by making some drone cells, which will make some male bees, and those will mate with other queens, not the queen in here. That's a big one right there in the middle. Hopefully he's in the middle of the picture. That is a drone, and he'll get around. He's getting free lunch. Until he does his one job. And just to fly off somewhere else. Alright, what you're so interested in. But get some honey on here. You want it back. This is not getting in the way of the camera. So far, so good on the temperament of this hive. So I guess in my experiment with either shrouding the GoPro worked, or maybe the extra smoke. Oh, there she is. There's the queen. Look at her go. Where'd you go, little lady? Don't be shy. Don't be shy. There she is. There she is. Oh, she's a long one. Boy, she is prolific. Look at all this brood. Honey on top. This is all brood. C-shaped larva. And there's gotta be eggs in there. Just because you could see their kind of age. Just by panning across from outside to inside, you see their age. Take this last frame all the way out because I want to put a beetle trap in there. And this one, history repeats, the outer frames are usually mostly resource. So you see a lot of shiny nectar in there. There's pollen. I didn't see a whole lot of pollen. It might just be because they just go through it. And very, very outside of this frame, I've just barely started building it out. So I might give these girls a week and put a honey super on. See what they do with it, because it looks like they're about done building on the main box. And the only thing I need to do now is get down in here. You know what I didn't see at all? A hive beetle. But I don't like hive beetles, so I'm going to make sure they don't take up residence in here. Which means I'm going to get my murder sauce. Go back one video to see the recipe. I'm going to put it in this beetle trap. Now see these lay flat. So once you open them up, oh, don't get in there. Come on. I should have loaded it before I got here. So you just put a little bit of this in the middle. And it is all... Wow, I got way too much on this food. I'm going to cover this back up because I don't need a bee landing at it again. See the clapper? I use this to synchronize the audio. When you smack it together, it synchronizes the audio. Or it doesn't synchronize, but it puts a sharp sound on the clip. Easier to align clips with. YouTube hint that I just figured out. So that way I can come over here and wave to the camera and go back to what I was doing, and the audio stays synchronized. Alright, so we're going to take this gently Scoot some bees out of the way. Put it down. And if there's one under there, she'll crawl out from under it. I don't think there is. And then this frame was on the end. And also going to take this one. This has got bait in it and olive oil. Hi. Hi. Did I touch your honey? I'm sorry. I'm going to put that over in the corner. And these two frames go back on this side, so yeah, we got to scoot the train. Scoot the train. Any bees between the cars need to move. I feel like that tape's gotten in the way. I'm sorry if it did. Problem is, this is in the way now. Okay. Come on. Move. Move, tiny bee butts. Away the frame. All right. Well, we did something right on this one. It was this camera shroud. Or the heavy smoke. They did not get upset at us. So, whoo, success. You hear them buzzing around, but this is not angry buzzing. This is perfectly normal buzzing. I just need to get them out of the way just long enough to get the top board back on. So we'll give them one last shot of smoke just to keep them from hanging out on the top. When I put the top back on, I just love to get up there though. Just put it on real slow. And just shove them out of the way. Alright, I got one inside the suit with me. So I'm going to quickly close this up and move away. And they will find their way back around. Remember to take the gizmo out before Miss Thing, who's inside my suit, decides to sting my face. And I will see you on the next one. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you later.